The one thing we got to do is keep that same energy. We got to keep that same energy. Now, look, I got to give you guys a little story, man. Little story. Before we start this live, before we talk boxing, I got to give you guys a quick little story. And this is about my daughter. My daughter is a sweet little girl. And she came to me the other day. She came to me the other day and she was like, "Dad, I finally like a boxer. I think I'm gonna start getting into boxing." And I was like, "Well, that's good. I got her mitts, I got her gloves, all of that stuff." But she's talking about she's starting to get into professional boxing. She's starting to know boxers, and I'm like, "Okay, so who's your favorite boxer?" She says, "Dad, my favorite boxer is Gervonta Tank Davis." And I'm sitting there stunned, like, "You mean to tell me I'm your dad, and out of all the boxers in the world that you could pick, that to be great, you pick Gervonta Tank Davis as your favorite boxer?" I'm sitting up there like just stunned that she's talking about Gervonta Tank Davis as her favorite boxer, and she's going, "Yeah, Tank Davis is my favorite boxer, and he's so great, and he's so great, and he's so great." And I'm sitting up here, "Tank is?" And she's like, "Yeah, Tank." And Tank's the best ever. No one can beat Tank, Dad. No one. And I'm like, "Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness." So my daughter's a casual, but I'm like, "It's okay. It's okay. My daughter's a casual. She liked Tank Davis." I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, "So what have you seen from Tank Davis? Like, who has he beat that you were so impressed with?" "Oh, he beat Rolly Romero." "So you're happy that he beat Rolly Romero?" "Yeah, and he beat Ryan Garcia." I was like, "Oh, okay. Okay, yeah." Ryan Garcia's on all the TikTok videos I watch. I was like, "Oh, okay." And I was like, "So why Tank really though? Like just because he beat those guys?" I said, neither one of those guys are good fighters like that. Like for you to be pumping him up to say he's the best fighter and you love him so much." She said, "Well, she really liked Tank Davis because they wear the same nail polish, they like the same handbags. That's why she liked Tank Davis. That's why she liked Tank Davis." And I was like, "Okay," because I thought she just purely liked Tank Davis because of what he did in the ring, but because of the nail polish, because of the purses he be wearing. I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's why you like Tank Davis." Because if she would have told me she liked Tank Davis and that he's better than Canelo and that he's better than Usyk and that he's better than Inoue, I would have said, "I should have put on a damn condom. That's what I should have did. I should have put on a damn condom because ain't no damn way you like Tank Davis over all these great fighters. Ain't no way. I should have put on a rubber. That's what I should have did." But you know what? She didn't say that. So I love my daughter. So I'm thankful that she only respected and liked it. Tank Davis, his makeup, his lip gloss, his fingernail polish, his purse. Because if she would have been talking out of her ass, talking about, "Oh no, I love Tank Davis because Tank Davis, he's better than Canelo. He's better than," I would have stopped her right there. So I should have put on a rubber. I should have put on a rubber. I should have made your mama swallow it. It don't make any damn sense. There was no way that I would have ever let her finish that sentence had you start sitting up there talking about that. I just can't do it. I can't do it. And I love my daughter. She's my little princess. I love her so much. And Daddy loves you, baby. And I'm glad that you're really only a Tank Davis fan based off of the makeup and the accessories and the handbags, because it can't be nothing he did in the ring. Now I understand, because I was confused. See, I treat my son a little different than my daughter. My son has got into boxing, and if my son tells me anything like that, I'm gonna say, "Son, I love you, but sit your dumb ass down." See, I don't play with my kids. I gotta teach them. If you don't teach them, the world will teach them. So that's my job. I gotta teach them right. But look, let's start this thing off right. This is just a little story time, man. A little story time. I thought that I should share with you guys. I should share with you guys how I really feel and how things are with my family. I remember my grandma. I don't know if I ever told you this, guys. My grandma was like, her favorite fighter was Deontay Wilder. And I was like, "Grandma, you don't sit your dumb ass down. I'll slap the tea and cookies out your hand. Ain't no way you finna sit up here and kiss Deontay Wilder's ass in my presence. It ain't finna happen." But nobody's safe. And that's why I love my grandma. I love my family, but I keep the same damn energy. If you're my nana, I keep the same damn energy. My abuelita, I keep the same damn energy. My children, I keep the same damn energy. Ain't nobody getting a pass just because we family. You better damn sure make sure you come to me with some facts. Don't ever come to me fanboying, kissing ass, or hating on greatness. You better keep the same damn energy. Like my brother Louis says, body bags come in all sizes, from the children to the elderly. Anybody can get it. I'll go to a nursing home. I'll go to an elementary school. Keep the same energy. Ain't nobody going to sit up here and tell me that Tank Davis, Deontay Wilder, these are great fighters. I don't want to hear it. Everybody got to keep the same damn energy. That's all. Look, I keep it with my mama. Mama, I love you, but sit your dumb ass down. Everybody got to get that smoke. Everybody. So if you think that I'm going to spare somebody or I'm going to play favorites, you got the wrong channel. You got the wrong one. The IBFP is not that channel. You sadly confused me for any of these fanboy channels out here. That's all I'm going to say. 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 Anybody can get it. I mean, look, man, I dropped the link. Anybody want to come on here and talk boxing, feel free. You know, I want everybody to come on here and say what they got to say, spit what they got to spit. You know, the IBFP is open. I just want to run through two things first. I want to run through a few things like people have run through Southpaw Mama. The first thing I want to say is Spence Fundora. That fight's happening next at 154 pounds. I think Errol Spence wins that fight. I don't think Fundora special at all. Ryan Garcia, you know, they're really trying to reverse that win. Devin Haney's team looked down bad. It's really disgusting because steroids doesn't give you skill. No one cheats the day before and the day of a fight. I'm sorry, it don't happen. So we got to keep the same energy. That's all I'm saying. And this is the first time. This is the first time he said, but you are a Ryan Garcia fan. I've never been called a Ryan Garcia fanboy in my life. I've said so many times that I'm not a Ryan Garcia fan. I said so many times he's unskilled, one-trick pony. I'm just keeping the same energy. I'm sorry that you got a thumb in your ass and can't tell the truth. But that's what we're going to do. Tatted up. I don't give a damn about tatted up coochie. Anybody pussy enough to not want to get on here and debate with the landlord gets no airtime. Salute to my brother, the one, the only, Supreme. What's going on, Supreme?
Yo, what's cracking, Nuke? What's the deal, my brother?
Oh, nothing, my brother. Nothing, my brother. We just keeping the same energy today, my brother. That's all we doing. That's all we
It's
doing.
been too much, man. I've been hearing too much about this Tank. You got to ask yourself, who's he beat, right? I'm going to say one thing. You got somebody that came on your channel, right? Check this out. He was with the what if everybody was this, what if, but first of all, your name is Nuke, is not Stan Lee. This ain't Marvel Comics, what if comic books, right? Let's keep it funky. He cannot beat Pitbull right now. I promise you, he will never give that man another try. I promise you that. At 140, he'll get mopped. He'll mop him.
Why is he not trying to rematch Pitbull Cruz right now? I'm just kind of curious about that.
All right, I'm gonna be honest. He can't do it. First of all, he was like, you know what? He was like, first of all, when he got that matchup, that was probably the hardest matchup he ever had in his life, right? And then you got Pitbull. I do believe they took that on a short notice. What, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks notice?
Yeah, they thought because Pitbull had already lost to a journeyman, went to a draw with another guy. They thought, oh, this should be an easy, quick knockout for Tank. Tank get in the ring. It wasn't what he thought it was.
Right. Now, another fact, right? They wasn't even ready for Tank. All right, they wasn't even ready because if they watch footage, if they had time to study Tank, they would have known that, hey, man, Tank fights with two hands, not one hand. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody in his corner, in Pitbull corner, said, yo, in Spanish, oye, este está desbaratado, vete ahí, cómetelo. You know, like, go there and eat him alive. You only got one hand. He's hurt. He's hurt. This is our time to shine. But it didn't happen. You understand what I'm saying? Because they wasn't ready for that.
That's right. Let me ask you this. Who do you got in the matchup, Spence Fundora? Who do you got in that?
Hell no, man. Spencer mopped the floor with Fundora.
I mean, I don't really see Fundora doing anything. I got Spence as well. I don't know, man. But I'm gonna tell you this about Pitbull Cruz, man. The interesting thing about this guy is now he's becoming an interesting player, but he still ain't beat nobody yet. Beating Rolly Romero, I'm not giving him no cookie for that.
No.
I need Pitbull Cruz to beat somebody to prove to me he is who he says he is.
Everybody beats Rolly Romero. My fucking son could beat Rolly Romero.
Your grandma might be able to beat him.
My daughter could beat Rolly Romero. I got money on her too. But that's interesting. But I definitely want to see that Ghost. Definitely Ghost. I know Devontae Davis was trying to intimidate him in the press conference, talking about when they were he was talking about, oh, it's your body, it's your body. Let me tell you something, bro. Let me tell you something. That man, not for nothing, Frank Martin, the Ghost. He's ready for him, bro. Tank is talking a lot. He's ready for him. He's ready for him, dog.
Do you think it's going to be a stoppage? You think it's going to be?
Ain't going to be no knockout. That's all I got to say. Ain't no knockout there. Ain't no knockout there. The Ghost is going to move. He knows. He has no choice but to move. Stick and move. Hit him. A lot of people keep forgetting he's a 140-something fighter before. You understand what I'm saying? I get it. It was at 140. He got power. He has power. He may not have the greatest power, but he has that lightning speed power that catches you off guard. And your man Tank's been rocked before, so we'll see.
We will see. Let me say this one. Let me get this one in. Let me get this one in because I think this would be interesting. So Tank, and then you got Frank Martin. Do you think they would rob Frank Martin if he somehow came to a decision against Tank and he somehow did enough? Do you think he would get robbed on the cards against Tank Davis? You don't think that you think the fight will be on? You think they'll do that to Frank Martin? They give him an honest fight?
I don't think they'll rob him. If he do what he got to do, like my man Usyk did, then he's good. He'll be straight. He'll be straight. Believe me, when you go in there to fight and you did everything like Ryan Garcia did to Devin Haney, there was no way that they're gonna win that fight. They were gonna give that to Haney. You know what I'm saying? It has to be one of those fights like that. Frank Martin got to come in like Casper the Ghost.
Woo.
And I promise you, he will beat that man. And when they go by the cards, it'll be by a landslide because this kid throws a lot of volume punches, bro. You know what I'm saying? He just doesn't throw 1, 2, 3, 1. He throws 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He gets crazy sometimes.
I'll tell you this, man. I don't believe Frank Martin will win the fight, but I'm not gonna doubt you because you make predictions that nobody else sees coming, and you keep getting right again and again and again and again. I will never doubt if Frank Martin beats Tank Davis. Not only gonna be shocked, man. You're gonna be the oracle around here, man, because can't nobody tell you shit, man, because you keep coming on here with prediction after prediction after prediction. Huge upsets that nobody's seeing. This is gonna be right. I'm gonna be really tuned into that fight. Who'd you got, Virgil Ortiz or Tim Tszyu?
That's funny. I love Virgil. That's my dog right there since day one. Virgil, besides the health issue and all that, he gonna mop the floor with Tim Tszyu.
Yeah, we got a healthy Virgil ready to go. This is gonna be a great one, man.
It's over. They stay out his way. Ain't nobody gonna get in his way. Everybody moving over. Let me tell you something, bro. I'm getting upset too. No, give me a second. With this Canelo and this Crawford shit, it's getting me pissed off. You know what I'm saying? You want to fight Canelo? If it was me, I'd be like, you want to fight my brother? You want to fight my brother Canelo? Then go beat Boots Ennis, beat him, and then come see me, my nigga. Then I'll say you worth something.
Now, I don't know, man. I've seen boxing talk all over the place, and I've seen, I don't know, man. I just seen that he's not really interested in fighting a guy like Boots Ennis, who's young, who's fresh, who's energetic, whose defense is like impeccable, footwork is great, head movement, everything. Boots Ennis is a problem. I don't know.
He don't want that smoke. He don't want that smoke. He don't want that smoke. He'd rather go, fuck it. Let me go up to 168 and let me get that payday. I'm gonna get beat up, but fuck it, I'll get a payday and I'm out of here.
Hold on. So the amazing two coming at you, Supreme. He says, Supreme, a Jets fan. I don't take his take seriously.
Yo, my man, I like New York, period. Like I'm a Jets, Giants, Knicks. I know that's gonna hurt your heart, but I'm a Knicks, I'm a Rangers, and the Islanders, bro. I'm straight New York fan, bro. All day, every day. No matter who it is.
This guy's a Ravens fan. He hold Tank Davis nuts, so you can't take anything amazing too serious, man.
No,
This
that's
is just
okay.
how the
That's okay. Listen,
guy is.
listen. It's okay. It's okay. Listen, we don't live in a what if world. This is a real world. Listen, amazing too. I feel you. I understand. You know what I'm saying? You crying right now. You're hurting your feelings. You got Javante Davis sniffing your underarms. I get that. It's all good, bro. This is what I think about. Let me tell you something. This right here, they're gonna lace him. Your man Javante
Woo!
Davis. The last thing you're gonna see is this right here. All right. He gonna see this right here. All right.
Now,
Promise you that.
I'm gonna be on the record. I got Tank winning this fight. I'm on the record
Copy.
of saying that. I got Tank winning this fight by stoppage. I would be very surprised if this happened, but you proved me wrong time and time again, Supreme.
Copy. I get it. Everybody gonna say it. I understand. I understand. It's nothing against Tank. I have nothing against him. But yo, every dog has his day, bro. Every
That's true.
dog has his day. And my father always said, there's always somebody out there tougher than you, Preem. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna meet that man one day, and that's when shit's gonna pop off. And right now, this is the man he's meeting right now. This is the big challenge for Tank, not the other shit.
And look, fellas, click the link if you want to get in, man. Supreme, I appreciate you coming on, man. Let's get to the next caller. Thank you so much, my brother.
All right, one love, my brother.
What love? Salute, family. Oh man, let's get to the next one. Who we got in here? Rudy, what's good with you, Rudy?
What up, Nuke? What up?
What's good, my
Been a
brother?
minute.
Talk to me.
Man, what are we talking about today? Virgil?
Man, we
Tszyu?
talking about anybody. Virgil, Crawford. We talking about Ryan. We talking about Canelo. We talking about Benavidez. Anybody you want to talk about, it's open smoke, open table, whatever you want to talk, whatever on your mind.
All right, we'll start off with Canelo. What do you think about that 200 million offer that he's been saying? Is it an excuse? What, like I really don't like that what he's saying. But I mean, he has fought everybody in the past, but that's like the one thing I just don't like that he's saying now. Like he just needs to fight Benavidez, man. We all want to see him fight him,
Absolutely.
What do you think?
Real quick, shout out to my brother Money Brown TV. Nuke, keep that same energy. Salute my brother. If you ain't subscribed to Money Brown TV, go subscribe. This is my brother from another mother. This brother right here is a good one. He always keeps it real. Money Brown, I got his back. If you got a problem with Money Brown, you got a problem with the IBFP. The only thing I'm gonna tell you about that, Rudy, as far as the 200 million with Canelo Alvarez is the top boxer on the Forbes list, right?
That's true. Yeah.
So he's number one over Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury, all of these guys. If anybody can ask for a career high payday, it should be Canelo. Ain't nobody, and we're talking about Canelo pulling in 85 million without any of the Saudi money, without any of the money that these other getting. Tyson Fury getting $100 million deals from the Saudis, but Canelo can't ask for that. He can't ask for big money. That's all I'm saying. And Canelo, not only that, Canelo done already cleared out his division. It's not his fault David Benavidez couldn't lay off the chips and queso. Not his fault that he couldn't put down the cocaine. It's not his fault this man lost his belt twice. That's not his fault. We got to just keep the same energy, right?
Right. And then moving on, I guess to Virgil and Tszyu, you already know, man. Virgil, man.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Now, do you got Virgil by stoppage? You got him by decision? How do you see that fight playing out?
I think he's gonna stop him, man. It's gonna be a fucking war. They're both not gonna let down. It's gonna be exciting. I don't even know if tickets are out yet. I've been looking for it, and hopefully I can be able to go live. But that's one to see. Better than the Crawford and what's that Ukrainian guy that he's fighting? I don't know.
Madrimov.
There you go. I can't.
Yeah.
Who
do you got in that fight? Crawford, Madrimov. Who do you got in that fight?
Man, I really don't. I didn't do my homework on that one, but I think Crawford's probably going to outbox the guy.
I think Crawford's got to be a heavy favorite in that fight. Madrimov, he's at a huge reach disadvantage. Madrimov only has 11 fights. He won a vacant belt. That's Jermell Charlo's belt in reality. So I think Madrimov a decent little fighter, but I don't think he's anything special.
Yeah.
He hasn't shown us anything special. He's never really had a top-tier step-up fight. So I think Crawford should just be able to wipe the floor with that guy and keep on moving.
Yeah.
What do you think about the pound-for-pound list? Who's your top 3 pound-for-pound? You got Inoue, you got Usyk, you got Bud, Canelo, Beterbiev. Who do you got up there on the top of your pound for pound list, my brother?
Well, I put Usyk after what he did beating Tyson Fury, number one. And then anyway, number two, I guess Crawford 3 because he's got 2 divisions, you know. Even though it was easy, like there was nobody really challenging for him. And I guess Canelo number 4.
Yeah, I'm mad at that. That's a good list, man. And I'm gonna tell you this, man. The thing I like about Virgil is that this guy's a hard worker. He's always focused. You never see the guy always into the antics outside of the gym. He's always going for the best. I mean, let me give you an example. Virgil Ortiz had a bunch of health issues. He could have made every excuse in the world. I need a few more fights here. I need to do this at the limit at 154. He didn't give a nothing. He's ready to get that smoke with Tszyu right away. He's not trying to prolong his great opportunity to go for everything. And that's why I respect him. I think Virgil Ortiz is a throwback fighter because not too many guys have that type of heart, that type of dedication to the game. What do you agree with that? You believe that?
I agree, man. I agree. So I'm a fan.
Represent Virgil. And look, and shout out to Hit Kid. Hit Kid's gonna be in hell when he sees this because he's not gonna be he's not gonna believe it. See, that's what I'm saying. Virgil Ortiz is gonna come represent. Mark my words. Tszyu's a hell of a fighter. He's a hell of a fighter. He is. But mark my words, Hit Kid ain't gonna know what to say when Tszyu start pumping that jab. Not Tszyu. Virgil Ortiz start pumping that jab down Tszyu's throat. It's gonna be. He's a hell of a fighter. Hit Kid. Hit Kid. What's the problem?
There he is.
Oh my god! Are you once again on about how Virgil's going to dominate Tszyu in your mind?
All right, we'll see.
Listen, it's a 50-50 fight. It is actually compared to picking Gamboa's over Lomachenko. I don't think this is a really bad pick either way.
No, because I can see either guy doing it. I just think Virgil is just a different monster, but that's me. Yeah. We will find out.
Yeah, I can't be here long, but I have a rant as Nuke knows what I'm about to rant on.
Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna rant on something. Well, just go ahead and tear him a new asshole, Hit. If you got something you got to say, go ahead and say it, Hit.
This fucking Spence Fundora fight is a joke. Well, let's be honest, this is PBC home cooking at its very fucking best. I'm sorry, Errol Spence, somehow he's still on the pound for pound list. We're fighting for what, a year and a half now since Bud whoops his ass. And not only that, how the fuck do you get a world title shot straight away off getting your ass kicked?
That's money, man. That's some money. They putting the money on the table.
Fucking joke, though. And I warned about this. You know what? When Tszyu lost to fucking Spence, they're not putting Spence in there. Tszyu would have retained that night. They're not putting Spence in there.
Well, even then, if you notice what Tszyu was saying coming into the fight, he said if he wins and beats Fundora, that he was still considering fighting Errol Spence or Terrence Crawford. He hadn't taken Errol Spence. That was a likely fight for him as well. I think the PBC is trying to put everything in position to try to give Errol Spence another belt. They really want him to get another shot.
Which you'll lose at 154 because if you fight Crawford again, you're losing. I think if he fights the winner of Virgil Ortiz versus, Tszyu, he's losing.
Yes.
Who's the other 154 champion? I'm trying to think.
I mean, I even got Jermell Charlo beating him personally. I think Jermell, if they fought right now, I think Jermell Charlo beats him. Errol Spence took one hell of a beating.
That's what I mean. I don't think he can be the same fighter off that beating.
Yeah, he might be damaged goods now, man. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think Fundora's skilled enough, but we have to say Fundora's a live dog in the fight.
I would say Fundora is a live dog. Even though I don't think he's anything special, I think he's definitely a live dog because Errol Spence looked like straight dog dookie in his last fight. So I think, and the dude can't make adjustments, slow, predictable.
And Spence is going to be under a new trainer as well, because of the whole Derek James lawsuit going on. I don't know who he's with right now. Does anyone know who Spence is with as a trainer now?
I have no idea. I haven't heard who he's with, but I know he is with the new trainer. I've seen like a footage of him in the gym. The guy looked big, looked slow as shit, looked very predictable. I don't see anything changing with Errol Spence.
Like wait, someone's actually calling me out.
Who's calling out
in the private chat? I'm a fan of Roast Hit Kid. Well, over boxing knowledge, please be my guest. Come on in.
J Magdaloke, talk to
What's
him.
This about?
Yo. Hey, is it true you had Triple G over Canelo on the second fight?
On the second fight, yes.
Nah, you need to fix them glasses.
Oh,
You bloody
come
wanker.
on. Come on. You must be crazy. There is no way. Listen, it was a close fight, but I thought Triple G won that by a round or two. There is no way Canelo won that second fight.
Bro, he walked them down and made him his bitch, bro. Come on now.
Oh, come on. Triple G was picking off his head all night. Listen, I fully admit Canelo washed Triple G in the third fight. Absolutely. First fight, Triple G washed him. Second fight, I thought Triple G won that fight. But it was a lot closer. The second fight, you can make the case for a draw, but come on if you're saying Canelo beat Triple G clean as shit.
Oh, man. Hey,
Come on,
who do you
dude.
think won that fight, IBFP?
I think Canelo won the second fight, and I give the first one to Triple G. I don't think either guy got washed in either fight. I think both fights were close, but I think if we're being honest and fair, I think Canelo Alvarez fought his game plan in the second fight and won the fight. Fighting the way that Triple G said, oh, you won't stand there, you won't go toe-to-toe. Canelo did exactly that. And went back and forth with the guy that they said was the monster, and he got the victory.
Oh my God! Some people are saying in the chat that Canelo won all three and all that. I think they must be mad. There's no way Canelo won the first fight.
Oh man, they roasted you.
There's no way Canelo won the first fight.
You bloody wanker.
They're going in on Hit Kid. If
Listen,
you want that Hit Kid smoke, click the link.
listen. We can argue about it. I thought Triple G won the second fight. It was a close fight. It was a close
man. I
The
think
third
your
fight
buddy
wasn't
went for that
close.
one.
The
J Mac
second.
Delote, they said you look like Teofimo, my brother.
Hey, man, I'm out of here, bro. I'm about to go fuck Southpaw's mama. All right, salute.
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 Oh man.
I thought the second fight's definitely the closest fight out the trilogy.
Mike Trade says, Hit Kid, I respect you, but Canelo won Triple G second fight. I agree with you, Mike Trades. I don't know what Hit Kid's going to say, but I agree.
I thought Triple G won the fight, but I did say it could have been a draw. I did say that, Nuke. It was a close fight.
Man, I don't think it was that close. I don't think it was that close, man. The change of strategy that Triple G had, I mean, that Canelo had on the second fight. The first fight was close. The first one was, but then Canelo brought it to Triple G, man. Like, he was in the kitchen. He was throwing combinations. I'm not saying Triple G didn't land any punches, but I think Canelo won the second fight. I don't want to say by at least 2 rounds. It was at least a 2-round for me, in my opinion. I think Canelo's strategy that Eddie Reynoso implemented on the second fight, that was genius, man. The first fight, he was moving too much, but then the second one, he just brought it to Triple G. So I thought he won clearly.
And I'm going to tell you this, man. Those are the fights that I've had to rewatch multiple times. The first fight, the second fight. I've watched both of those, and I've had different feelings about watching them live compared to when I rewatched them. And I'm going to tell you, the first fight is closer than what I thought it was. Canelo was styling at points in the first fights. That, if I'm going to be honest, he was styling at points, but I thought Triple G won that fight. I thought Canelo won the second one. I mean, I just think it's a split down the middle. I know Hit Kid.
Canelo dominated the third fight. There's no doubt about that.
I don't even consider the third fight anything.
Yeah, legit, I'm not going to complain. If people say Canelo won the fight, but it was like it's opinion. I thought at worst it was a draw because I had G winning by 2 rounds.
They said Hit Kid has a crush on Southpaw. I don't know why they're going.
Oh, fuck that! I'd rather drink bleach. I'd rather drink bleach.
Wait, talking about the Fundora and Spence fight, who's gonna be Spence's new trainer? Has he announced it yet?
No, he hasn't announced a new trainer, but I don't think they can fix what's wrong with Errol Spence.
I think he's cut goods.
I don't think he's the same fighter anymore, man. Like, after the one-sided whooping, then he had the car accident, then he had the eye problem, and now a new trainer. I'm like, I like Spence. I like Spence, but he's got too many issues going on, and then going up to a new weight class that he's never fought before. Man, how do you guys feel about that fight?
It's gonna be an interesting fight, man. Interesting fight, but I think I see Errol Spence beating him. Yeah, that kid is good, but he doesn't really have like the dog in him, like too much dog. Plus his body is, you know what I'm saying? It's not that great. Great.
Now, hold on. I just want to put this on record. The Son of New Jersey said George Kambosos would outbox Lomachenko, and now he's saying Fundora stops Errol Spence in 10 rounds.
All right, everyone
Tell
picks
him to
Spence.
get on the
Everybody
damn
wants
channel.
Everyone
What
picks
is wrong
Spence.
with you, son of New Jersey? You
Everyone-
want to get banned?
Right, everyone pick Spence right now. Good God.
I'm not sure if I'm picking just because of all the issues that I mentioned before. New trainer, new weight class, the ass whooping that he got by Bad, the car accident, all of those issues. I'm not sure.
What
if I
pisses
pick
me
it.
off is he doesn't deserve the title shot.
Yeah, he got that in there. Listen, that's what I call a pity title shot.
Yeah.
A pity title shot. They feel like, yo, this might be a cherry pick for Spence. Let's get him in there real quick. Let's give him a pity because we kind of felt sorry the way Crawford mopped the floor with him. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a pity. It's a pity title shot. That's what I call it.
I don't think it's that. I think it's that the PBC, Al Heyman, Errol Spence has such a great relationship with them. He's given his career to them. He's not fighting nowhere else. He's loyal to those guys, and they're rewarding him.
See,
that's why if Tim Tszyu would have won, he would have been fighting Tim Tszyu next instead of Bud Crawford. I think it was all about business, really. Like
he would have got destroyed by Tim Tszyu, though. Let's all be real here.
Yeah. What do you think about that, Big Boss?
I think Tim Tszyu would have rocked him.
No, definitely Spence. He'll definitely beat Fundora. I just don't see if Fundora doesn't have the skill level, despite beating Tim Tszyu, but only because Tim Tszyu's cut really just affected him throughout the fight. So despite Spence being damaged goods, I pick him to win the fight.
They're saying that Hit Kid is a
You know what? I can accept it. I was a Golovkin fan. You know what? I'll admit that. I was a huge Golovkin fan. Nick, I've admitted it to you. I was picking Golovkin in the third fight. So if you want to call me a Golovkin fanboy, that's fair. But I'm not a fanboy, who's going to discredit Canelo because said it was a close fight and all that. I'm not like that extreme fanboy, like the LDBC cunts. They're you have to be a fan of this fighter. We all can be fanboys of fighters, but it's just, there's levels to it.
My brother says respect to that ranker, but how can you give Triple G the second fight after Canelo accepted the challenge and moved forward? They said he would knock out Canelo if he did. Plus, Triple G got a bit jab happy for a beast.
For opinion, hey, we all come in here, and if you know how it is. Oh God, son of New Jersey's here to
he's in the chat.
to explain why Fundora beat Spence. Oh God,
here he comes. The son of New
Where
Jersey.
is the son
Rudy,
of New Jersey at?
1 second, Rudy.
Son of Cambosis.
The son of Cambosis is in the building. The son of Australia.
There he is.
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Yo, how was that trip in Australia, B? How many kangaroos you had to hug?
I'm driving to Miami right now, but I can tell you why, because I'm a Spence fan myself. So, but I'm gonna tell the truth and call a spade of what it is. So,
okay.
I don't think Errol Spence is. I think he's done at this point. That blood loss, I think, took a toll on him. So that's why, and I understand Tim Tszyu got robbed. I understand, Fundora robbed him and all that. But honestly, I just think any decent fighter at this point with actually not elite skills, but with good skills, can beat, this Errol Spence, who is literally, a one dimension.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with him. I actually agree with him. That's the point I was trying to make. I think I don't want to say he's washed because he's proven that he's a good champion. But after all the incidents that he had, having a new trainer and getting whooped, I mean, it was a one-sided whooping. You don't come back from a whooping like that, man. So I had to agree with Jersey, man. So.
And Hoss has a statement for you, Hit Kid. He says Fundora beat Tim Tszyu fair.
Oh, come on. Are any of us really believe in that? Are any of us really believe in that?
I still don't believe that. No, absolutely not.
Hey, do you think they should have stopped the fight when he had the gash?
They should have.
You think he would have won by points?
Just before the fourth round, they should have stopped it.
He would have won by points, right?
Yeah.
Tim Tszyu would have won that easy, right?
Yeah.
Because he was tagging him a lot.
Yep.
So
he looked like he was about to get him out of there.
He's a warrior. He decided to go on, and then this is how it turned out. I hate to say it, but that's how it turned out. Sometimes you got choices in the ring and you got to make them quick. You know what I mean? Be decisive real fast. If not, it is what it is, yo.
How does Sandor Martin, Devin Haney play out?
Oh,
He wins
Sandemar.
Oh,
My
man.
Haney.
Sandemar.
Hold on, we
I'm
got a
literally
Haney
just
fan
gonna
right here.
pick the opposite of everything the son of New Jersey says. So I'm gonna go with Errol Spence, and I'm gonna go with Devin Haney.
Is there actually a reason why, Nuke, you're picking Errol Spence to beat Fundora? I'm actually curious.
I just don't think that Fundora is anything special. Everything that Errol Spence does, I'll put it like this: everything that Errol Spence does effectively, he's going to be able to do against Fundora. Everything that he does effectively, he can't do against Terrence Crawford because Terrence Crawford has the ability to take it away, and that's the difference. Errol Spence can be himself against Fundora, but he can't be himself against Crawford. And Fundora's not a big puncher. Errol Spence is in hell. If he ever fights a big puncher, he's getting knocked out. That's just really it. If he fights Virgil Ortiz, he's going to sleep. He fights Tszyu, he's going to sleep. He fight my grandma, he's going to sleep. But
He fights Southpaw, he's going to sleep.
but right now, him fighting Fundora, who's not a big puncher, I just think he's going to be able to take his shots, walk through them, and get that win. Fundora is just not a guy that impresses me. I've never seen anything special about it. He's just tall as shit.
Yeah, but this is why, the reason why I think he stops Errol Spence. Another reason why is because I think, the jab. I think he's just gonna jab the shit out of Errol Spence to the point where he's gonna bust up and close Errol Spence's eye, and then the referee's gonna, stop it at that point. I think he's just gonna jab the shit out of him to the point of where that's
Supreme,
going.
you agree with that?
I don't even think that's gonna happen, bro.
I think so. I mean,
Errol Spence is gonna get around that, but he's gonna get around that. He's gonna tear that body up. Your man Fundora has no body whatsoever. It's gonna be quick.
And that's why I think, that's why I think even Errol Spence loses, I think, to everyone else. I think he loses to Charlo, he loses to Virgil, he loses to Tszyu, he loses to Fundora, and honestly, I think Keith Thurman might even do it to him as well.
Oh, man.
After that butt fight, I'm not convinced.
That's if Charlo decides to get back into the ring.
Yeah, hold on. Boxing Monster has a different agreement. He says Errol Spence is a savage. No broken bones. No trainer needed either. Salute, Nuke. Hit Kid is a certified
Fuck
PBF.
Oh, man.
Spence is a savage and no broken bones. The man got his face broke by Crawford. Come on.
Yeah. Salute to the Boxing Monster. That's my hood.
Crawford beat this man from pillar to post and literally washed him, and now I think, and that is why Errol Spence is not going to say he's washed, but he's close to being washed. Because if he loses this fight, then it's time to call it quits.
Now let me say, I'm sorry, I got to rock with Errol Spence on this one. We just gonna have to be proven wrong because I ain't seen. Spence can beat Fundora. If this was a big puncher, I would have a different thought. Let me ask you guys this because there's a couple other fights being talked about. Before there's a mythical card, Mexico versus the United States being talked about. I want to run down those fights and let everybody pick their fights. But first, the first one that they want to replace on the card, instead of Shakur Stevenson and Pitbull Cruz, Devin Haney is lobbying to fight Pitbull Cruz. How does Devin Haney versus Pitbull Cruz in a unification fight play out? Who wins? Why? We start with Hit Kid because Hit Kid, the bloody wanker, is laughing.
I'm going to shock folks here. Give me Pitbull Cruz. Haney's chitty. Haney's chitty. I do think Haney will outbox Pitbull Cruz for like 4 to 5 rounds, but Pitbull will walk him down and Pitbull will catch him on that jaw with a hook and send Haney to the shadow realm.
Yep. Shit, I gotta agree with him. I got Pitbull Cruz on that fight. The pressure that Pitbull Cruz has, he just comes forward, and I don't know how they're gonna hold up for Haney, man. He got touched a lot by Ryan Garcia, so I don't know how he's gonna react. I mean, he got racked by Linares before, but beating Ryan Garcia got dropped like 3-4 times on that fight, and I think Pitbull Cruz does have the power to hurt Haney, and Haney, everybody's talking about his defense, man. I don't think it's that elite. Like in every fight he gets hit, fight he's getting punched, man, and I'm pretty sure Pitbull Cruz will catch him eventually, and I don't think he'll stop him, but he'll definitely drop him a few times during that fight.
Who do you got, Big Boss, and Pitbull Cruz, Devin Haney?
Well, before the Ryan Garcia fight, I would have chosen Haney, but after the Ryan Garcia fight and Devin Haney and his father now bitching, moaning, wearing tampons every day now about Ryan Garcia, I definitely go for Pitbull Cruz because what we see from the fight with Ryan Garcia, he's going to be holding all night if he gets too much pressure on him. Pitbull Cruz is going to be throwing hella punches. So if he keeps doing that, he's going to be holding all night, and Cruz will definitely take the victory.
Boom. Supreme.
Yo, I gotta say Pitbull Cruz, bro. You know what I'm saying? My son is in my ear right now, right? He's like Devin Haney. But I said he's Billy Big on Devin Haney. But like it's true what he said, he might get a little 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds with a little jab here, but Pitbull, man, consistent, relentless pressure. He's coming in and throwing bombs, man. Once he tag him, he's gonna think about the Ryan Garcia shit all over again.
Oh man,
it's over. It's gonna be over for him, yo. I got Pitbull knocking him out.
The son of Australia. Who do you got?
Give me Pitbull by knockout in about 8 rounds. Haney outboxes him for like 3 to 4 rounds, but then after that, once Pitbull catches him, Pitbull will catch him, and then Haney will go to sleep. I think Haney goes to sleep in that fight.
My brother LT said I got Devin Haney by running.
You definitely gonna run.
Fight on the U.S. versus Mexico card. This is a card that's rumored, and I don't know if Hit Kid and any of you guys heard about it. It's a card that's rumored. So it leads by Canelo, Terrence Crawford as the headline. Who you guys got? Canelo, Terrence Crawford as the headline. Who do you got on that?
Canelo by murder.
It's the Mexico versus U.S.
Murder.
card.
Canelo 6 rounds.
Should that even be a question? Canelo
6 rounds.
Canelo assassin.
4 rounds.
Now, what is Bud Crawford's game plan in a Canelo fight? What is he trying to? Is he going to go to try to survive, trying to go 12 rounds, or is he trying to go to knock him out?
He gonna survive. It's got to be survival instinct. He can't go in there and say, "Oh, I can fight Canelo like straight up, toe to toe, like I did with Spence." That shit's not happening. Survival mode, 100%, or it's lights out for Crawford, straight up and down.
Yeah, survival mode.
Survival.
What is he looking for?
He can't exchange with Canelo. Too powerful. He's too powerful. Is Canelo.
Maybe
If they go head to head and they start exchanging punches, Crawford's going to the shadow realm.
I think Canelo will carry Bud Crawford for a bit, let him try, because Bud Crawford's very skillful, but with going up 3 weight classes, all it takes is a few body shots, and then that's it for Crawford. He'll try to survive, or he'll probably go for it but get knocked out quickly.
Cruising.
Yeah, that's what I said in one of my videos, man. I explained that too. Once he feels the power of 168, like full man, like super middleweight, it's gonna be charred all over again. And I'm not saying that they're the same level of fighters, but once he feels Canelo's power at 168, he's just gonna get on the bicycle and he's just gonna run the whole fight. I don't know if he's gonna catch him because Charlo ran the whole fight and Canelo couldn't catch him, but he definitely get on that bicycle and run the whole fight because there's no way he can take Canelo's punches, man. So,
son of New Jersey.
Exactly.
Yeah. What's the game plan for Crawford, son of New Jersey?
Run.
Number one, I respect tremendously Terrence Crawford. I respect the heart. I respect the nuts and everything. But at the same time, your heart's going to cost you. I think he's going to go for it. And then by the 4th or the 5th round, Canelo will have this man laid out on the ground like how Tommy Hearns had Roberto Duran laid out.
Okay. I respect that. Now let me get to the next fight on the card. Hold on. Before I get to the next fight on the card, I just want to say this last thing. I've had people approach me about the Canelo Crawford potential fight, and they say Crawford's going to do Canelo Alvarez like Floyd Mayweather did him. And it's
my God!
Like
Come on, man!
I never
thought.
I never thought Bud Crawford had Floyd Mayweather's defense. I've never thought that Canelo's not 23. He won't have a catch weight. He'll be in his prime. Completely different fight, in my opinion, and Bud Crawford don't have Mayweather's defense. With that being said, do you guys agree that Terrence Crawford is going to go up there and just completely outbox Canelo or make it look like Floyd Mayweather? Is there a chance of that happening in the fight?
Hell no, man.
Listen, no, and 2, Canelo cuts off that ring too well. Good night, Crawford.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And another one real quick. Eddie says Kiki Boxing says that Hit Kid don't know boxing. So Kiki Boxing, go ahead and click the link. If you want some of that smoke with Hit Kid will pull down your panties, you bloody wanker.
Who the hell's that? I'd never heard of
bring him on. I would love
Yo,
to see
just
that.
come on the channel.
He can take my spot. I don't mind seeing this.
Yeah, I don't know.
Come on the channel. I'm tired of
no,
niggas.
no, let him
I'm tired of them messing with
No,
Hit
let him
Kid.
take.
I haven't got long, so it'll have to be quick because I have to be off in the next like 20
I'm
minutes.
going to New Jersey.
No, let him take my spot really quick because I'm driving right now. But it was cool to be on with you guys for a little bit. All right.
All right, salute from New
to you,
Jersey.
son.
Go back to crying to Cambosis.
All right. Hey, Hit Kid, I see you got some new headsets.
Yeah, yeah, because my last headset was playing up.
Now, how about the cover on your phone, man? Tell me
Murky
you
Waters,
changed that at
what's
least.
I'm getting it changed Sunday.
Oh, Murky Waters in the house.
Murky
What up,
Waters,
kid?
in the
How you guys
house.
doing?
Good,
Good
good.
man, good.
Let me get to the next fight on the Mexico versus U.S. card, and that one is Jaime Munguia versus Caleb Plant. Hit Kid, we'll start with you.
Yes.
50-55.
I'll start first. I'll go first. I got Jaime Munguia by stoppage.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's what I was gonna go
That's
for.
right.
I-
10th round stoppage.
I gotta go with Munguia. You remember yesterday? You remember it was the debate on our last thing. Someone was saying Plant goes undisputed, and I said I think Jaime stops him. So I've got to go Jaime.
Look, we already seen what David Benavidez did to Caleb Plant. Jaime Munguia will be no different. He will throw those punches. Caleb Plant, I'm sure he'll probably hug and kiss him throughout the rounds. Like, nah, you're not gonna do that with Munguia, man. So I
No,
was the
Plant
same
will
by
fight.
stoppage.
Yeah, I got
Pablo-
Munguia. I got Munguia on that. I got Munguia on that. Yeah. Tatum Plan will probably just be like, yo, do I fight good? Am I a great contender while he's fighting with him? So yeah, I got Munguia.
Plant's a good fighter, but he'll win a couple of rounds. But he won't. He'll just pressure will be
Would
too
he
much
make
and he'll
that just-
crumble.
Who you got cruising?
Shit. Am I the only one that got Plant on that fight?
Oh, he got Plant. I'm not mad at it. Plant can box.
Am I the only one? And this is why, man. When he fought against Benavidez, he won the first like 5 or 6 rounds easily on my scorecards. I thought Plant was boxing beautifully, and Benavidez is a big puncher. I don't think Munguia has is as big a puncher as Benavidez is, and I feel like Plant can actually outbox him. I don't think Munguia a lot of punches. But I think the skills and the IQ of Plant possesses, man. I think he's gonna take this fight. I don't think he's ready for that type of fight. I don't think he was ready for Canelo, and I don't think he's ready for Plant yet. Maybe in a few fights, maybe a few more fights with Freddie Roach, but not right now. I think Plant will outbox him. And
I think he could take Plant. He'll take a Plant now. He could take it. He learned a little something from Canelo, but he has a lot of. He's more like a volume puncher too, man. You know what I'm saying? And Plant is not too great when you got 100 punches in his face. He don't know what to do with that either. Benavidez proved that.
It's a close fight. It's a close fight.
And I think Munguia is more heavy-handed than David Benavidez, in my opinion.
Yes,
I agree.
I do think it's a close fight though between Munguia and Plant.
yeah, that's a 50-50 for me.
Murky Water, who wins? Munguia, Plant.
Honestly, I think this might be the best fight of the card, to be honest. I think it's going to be a really close fight. I do think, honestly, I do kind of want Plant to win because I do appreciate that he's been going up against, Canelo, Benavidez, and I think he's a dog, right? So I'm like, I kind of want him to win to get back into contention, but I think Munguia overwhelms him with his volume, and I do agree with Nuke that he has more power than David.
And that's no knock at David. David's still a good fighter. Devin says Canelo versus Cambosis.
Free rides, Canelo.
Cambosis winning.
Free
Did he
rides,
not see
Canelo.
Lomachenko
I
whoop
think
that ass?
Cambosis will win that fight.
Did he not see Lomachenko whoop that ass?
No, he must have missed that.
What's the
Now,
rest?
Cable God said Canelo would touch Bud easy, no Diddy, or have him running. Murky Waters, we did not get your prediction. Bud Crawford, Canelo Alvarez, who wins? And then what is Bud Crawford's game plan when he's fighting Canelo?
I got Crawford in the second round. I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking with you. Honestly, I think Canelo gets to him. He gives him a few rounds, 4 or 5. He knocks him out to the body. I do think it's going to be pretty easy for Canelo, unless Crawford just stays on his back foot and he just jabs on the outside of the whole fight. It's possible that he gets to the end, but he's still going to lose, I think.
Question on that. If weight wasn't a factor, if they were like to fight at 147, if weight wasn't a factor, who do you guys think will win on that fight? Because we know that if he jumps to 168, he's gonna lose against Canelo. But if weight wasn't a factor on an even playing field, who will win that fight?
Now, me personally, the only thing I'll say is this. I'll say I made the prediction about this years ago, and I said, I thought Bud Crawford was more skilled than Canelo.
Agree.
And I stand by that. I think Canelo's very skilled, but I think Bud has a different kind of skill set that Canelo don't have. But even with that being said, I think Bud Crawford has never fought another elite fighter truly like that. Errol Spence don't have power. He don't have a chin, and I think those two things would still make a big difference, even if they were in the same weight class. Because, I mean, we've never seen Crawford take a huge shot from a guy that's that skilled, that's a pound-for-pound level fighter. Errol Spence couldn't stop Mikey Garcia. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I remember.
So all of those things, to me, I take into consideration. But you guys got the floor. You can answer that.
No, I think I'm partial to what Nuke says. I think from the eye test, I think Crawford more skillful. He can fight from both sides, southpaw, orthodox, right? But I do think that he's never really been tested against someone that's truly great. Like, we had Canelo against Golovkin, Canelo against Mayweather, Canelo against Moto, right? Bivol, right? These are guys who are greats, generational in their own right? And he's come out, he lost, some might say twice in those fights, but he showed them good fights except for Mayweather because the style was wrong, right? So we would have to see Crawford in those type of situations, and we really haven't, like, honestly, someone might say that Boots Ennis might be Canelo if they were the same size, right? You can't. It's hard to say because Boots Ennis not fighting the same competition, right?
There's more elite competition. That's why I'm going Canelo.
I mean, he can. I don't know, man. Crawford he got skills, but the point is, can he handle the power of Canelo?
Because he gets hit. We've seen him get hit. That's all I'm gonna say. We've seen him get hit.
Exactly.
Standing on this fight.
You could be skillful. You could be skillful all you want. When you get touched, that's when you know you're about that life. You ask Devin Haney.
Yo, I don't know. I'm slightly questioning Canelo's power just a little bit now. I don't know if you guys have seen that video that he just punched some TikToker and the TikToker stayed up and he punched him hard too.
Yeah, he punched. He didn't throw his whole body into it.
I know, but
he would have broke his rib.
No, he would have damaged him completely had he put more power to that.
Broke his rib.
Nah, that's a good video though. He hit it. Fucking Canelo just steps up and he did.
Canelo gave him one of those. Canelo gave him one of those Bruce Lee shits, like the finger thing hit like this. That's what he did. He didn't put the whole body.
Yeah,
in
Canelo doesn't want the lawsuits.
Best case scenario.
I think it's one of those where he punched him hard, but he didn't follow through. You know, the ones that you just punch and then you kind of hold it back. You didn't push through the punch.
Best case scenario, he only.
The rest of this card, Nuke.
Hold on. Cruz and Big Boss, what did you guys think?
Oh man, well, best case scenario, he was only pissing blood from that shot. But if he would have done it much more harder, he ended up in the hospital bed.
Oh, we're talking about the Spence. Crawford against Canelo. I think the experience.
At 147, if they were the same size.
Yeah, the experience. I think the experience that Canelo has, you can buy that, man. He's been there against the best, and you can buy experience. And the level of opponents that Crawford has had, they're not on the same level as the same that Canelo has. So I will go Canelo because of the experience that he had, man. So there you go, Canelo.
Yeah, the same.
That, Big Boss?
Same reason. I mean, Canelo's experience, is what's going to help him beat Crawford. And even though if weight doesn't matter here, they're both. If he was in that weight class, for a while, but like I said, experience is what matters. And Crawford's had one big fight against Errol Spence. And as we saw, despite Spence taking the beatdown of his life, he did touch Crawford plenty of times. Even on the second knockdown, he did hit a good punch, but but his power didn't phase Crawford. So but this is Canelo we're talking about.
Yep.
So you try that with Canelo, oh no, you're gonna feel that, and eventually you'll get knocked down. So I'm still gonna go for Canelo on this one.
Hey, yo, y'all hungry? I got a southpaw mother in the kitchen cooking for me. I want something to eat. Y'all want something to eat? Let me know. I'll send it to you guys, all right?
Mike Trey says, Nuke, Triple G is one of the most disrespected fighters. The LDBC said that Boots Ennis, Errol Spence, and Terrence Crawford would all beat Triple G, but Triple G would beat all of them easy. And I'll give you my quick rundown on this. I think Triple G, if he was in the same weight class as Spence, Crawford, Even Boots, Boots, it will. I think that would present the toughest challenge because defensively, I think he's the best. But I still think Triple G gets him. It's something about that jab, that pressure, and that power, and the fact that can't nobody hurt this guy. I would favor Triple G against all of those guys.
There's a
my
reason
opinion.
why Andre won
yeah.
Triple G. That is what I'm going to keep on banging. And there's a reason why later in his career, Floyd never won the Triple G fight. Remember when that was talked about?
Yeah.
Floyd
Yes,
Triple G.
yes.
Because I stand by it. Floyd fights Triple G takes his all.
Oh, absolutely.
No, did he or did he?
No Diddy.
No
Do
Diddy.
you guys, would you favor Triple G over those guys, fellas, or what do you think?
I would. Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
Definitely. All those guys, yeah, absolutely. Triple G is just too much for those fighters down at that weight class. Nah, Triple G all day.
I say if we give Boots Ennis some time in his prime, maybe not, but now for sure.
I mean, it took a special type of fighter to beat Triple G in Canelo. You know what I mean? The first fight was very close. The second fight, I thought Canelo won, but it took Canelo to actually beat Triple G. So besides Canelo, I don't see anybody else beating him.
I'm not triggered. I heard you saying it, kid's getting hot there.
No, I said Hit Kid disagrees, but the one name on the list that should never be mentioned in the same sentence as Triple G is Errol Spence.
Oh, he'd murder him. It'd be a murder. It would be a murder.
He'd be in a coma.
It would be. That would be the worst.
He'd be in a coma.
It'd be bad. Legit, Andre Ward ducked Triple G. Mayweather ducked Triple G. Like, you know, for so-called LDBC heroes, these guys ducked Triple G. They didn't want that smoke.
The People's Eyebrow said, if Munguia stops Caleb Plant, they will get the excuses ready for David Benavidez. Do you guys agree?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Do you guys think Benavidez will come down to 168 after fighting 175? Though that dude looks freaking no GD, man. Like he looks big, bro. Like I've seen some training footage of Benavidez, and he looks like he's like 190 pounds. Do you think he'll be able to make 168 again?
I don't think he comes
he's
back
going
down.
back to 168.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
That's what's pissing me the fuck off. He's talking about the Canelo fight. If the Canelo fight's happening, it's happening at 168. You are not going to say, "Oh, I want to fight Canelo in September, but I want it at 175." You don't have that right. You're the challenger. You're the B-side.
I do think he comes down though, because have you guys seen? It's like people like Tyson Fury, people who used to be very, very big, they blow up really fast, but they also can come down really fast. So I think Benavidez is like that because he used to be very overweight. So I think he can still come down.
Like he has struggled to make weight before, though.
He has struggled to make weight. He's lost the title on the skills.
Well, he knows how to cut weight. He knows how to cut weight.
Yeah,
all he got to do is keep sniffing the A-ball.
Yeah,
he'll cut down real quick.
Listen, I gotta be going in a couple of seconds here, but I need to go off Benavidez. I don't like the energy, and you guys can tell me wrong about Benavidez continuing to talk about this Canelo fight within you know these past few weeks. Next week you fight Gostek, which many of us think is a 50-50 fight. Which
that was the interview that
50-50 fight.
Well, there's an interview I heard of David Benavidez. I'm gonna find the link. And
I saw that.
I believe this was the press conference where Benavidez says he doesn't expect this to be a difficult fight to some degree.
I think he's overlooking Gostek, and if he overlooks Gostek, he could be in for. Because this is the truth. Most of us in this call, surprisingly, because even though it'd be fun to claim the LDBC, most of us want Benavidez to win next weekend. Because we want the Canelo fight to happen.
I'm just kidding.
And look, and not only do I want
if he don't win next weekend, I think he will win.
And contrary
I
to
think
some
he'll
people's
win.
beliefs, I think Benavidez will be Vostok. That's my opinion. But I'm Big Boss cruising. What do you think? What do you guys two think about Benavidez and Vostok? Is that going to be a close fight?
Maybe for the first half of the fight, but then after that, Benavidez will go on full rage mode. I think he wins the fight by knockout, out of respect for Vostok. But Benavidez wins this fight definitely.
Bro, Prime Gostik knocks this dude out. I think so.
Oh, you think so?
a prime one for sure. I think.
Oh, prime one.
Inactivity, I think, is going to play a big role too, man. He was he retired for how many years? Like 3-4 years or whatever it was.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be.
I think Benavidez gonna get knocked down, get back up, and win the fight.
I think it might be something like that. It proves a little harder than initially thought. He might get knocked down once.
I think Benavidez might get knocked down, get back up, and win the fight. How about that?
I think
that makes sense.
That'd be a hell of a win for Benavidez, but I think it's a lot more dangerous a fight than what Benavidez is giving. If he overlooks him, he gets beat. And I really mean that. If he overlooks, I have David winning the fight. If he overlooks Gostek, he's getting beat. And then that fucks us up for September, because then we'll be on here that night, not only cooking Benavidez, but then we'll be like, who the fuck's Canelo supposed to fight?
Certified Church Class says Emily Austin is truly beautiful. You guys know who that is, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Was that the one that interviewed Ryan Garcia?
She interviewed Anthony Joshua too, didn't she?
Guys, I got to salute out.
All right, salute Hit Kid.
Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, you too,
Get
Kid.
some sleep.
Yeah, night, guys.
Night. Hit Kid's got to go breastfeed. I had to get that one in, man. Before
He got that in before he left, or he would have said
right
something
before
too.
he left, I had to get that in.
He would have said something
A
too.
couple guys ahead of him in line. All right, let's get to the next one. Hit Kid, all love, my bro. You're one of my favorites in the panel. It's true that you sounded like John Fury before the pandemic. Oh my brother Clavo says the rumor is the PBC is about to fall out with Amazon. PBC fangirls better buy that pay-per-view. I mean, me personally, I'm not one of those guys that'll be like, I hate the PBC. I don't want to see them. I think it's good that we have all these platforms and all of this boxing. I like all of the boxing I can get. No Diddy. All I'm saying is these pay-per-views are a little excessive for me.
Bro,
Yeah.
I agree, man. We had so many pay-per-views this year, and they're pretty expensive, man. Like the Ryan Garcia was pretty expensive. The Canelo one was like close to $100, and then we had a Usyk against Fury. I was like, man, my wallet is feeling the effects of
Expensive. I went to that fight. That shit was real expensive. The seats and everything, VIP, meet and greet. And the sad part is that Ryan and Haney never met and Greg. They never met us. They didn't even greet or nothing.
That's my spare change that I be using to try to trick on my girl, man. And then I can't even do no tricking, man. They got all my money. What's going on with this?
It was crazy. But let me tell you something. One of the tightest seats I've ever sat in my life. I'm gonna tell you that shit right now, yo. Wow. Horrible.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Nuke's girl. I'm like, damn, that's fucked up, bro.
Nah, I ain't talking about that Southpaw girl. That's who it is.
I was like, God damn.
Oh man.
Oh man. Murky Waters about to put me in Supreme and some Murky Waters over here.
Trying to start some static.
King Ramos, salute to you, family. Salute on reaching 40,000 subs. Salute, family. Thank you.
King Ramos.
I'm gonna tell you this, guys, man. I don't know about a lot of this stuff, but I think it's something very interesting going to happen in boxing. Do you guys think that Artur Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol, do you guys change your pick based on a Beterbiev injury?
What do you think?
Say that again. I couldn't hear from all that background.
Let me say it
noise.
again. Do you guys change your pick against Bivol Beterbiev based on Beterbiev's knee injury?
Absolutely.
What do you think, Cruz?
Why, man? I myself, I had ACL surgery, and I know how hard it is to come back from a knee surgery. So I honestly don't think he's gonna be the same. How old is that Beterbiev now? Is he like 35?
He's about to hit 40. About to hit 40.
Yeah. I had knee surgery too, a meniscus. Yeah.
He's not gonna be able to. And the thing is, the style that Bivol has, that in and out style, the moving around, I don't think it's gonna suit him well after the surgery. So I will pick Bivol on that one.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think after that knee surgery for Beterbiev, I don't think he'll be the same. I think Bivol will definitely take this fight to the distance, and Beterbiev would have to rely on his power. I mean, he has a bit of the longer reach than Bivol, but again, it's the footwork by Bivol. He's going to punch and move throughout that fight. So I'm going to go with Bivol going the distance.
I got Artur.
My pick too.
I think Bivol's
got
awesome.
my man Artur. Artur all the way.
I thought Artur was going to do it, but if this knee injury is really significant and all of that movement coming off of a knee injury with that age, and you fighting a guy that can move like that, that's going to be hard on him. Supreme.
That's all right, bro. I came off of a bad knee injury myself, meniscus and all that, playing football, semi-pro. And I went back in again on the semi-pro. So it's all about in your head. That's it. It's your head, man. That's it, man. You just got to go in there and fight. He's a dog. He's going to fight like a dog. He's real strong. He got a great jab. It's going to be, listen, Bivol can't run all night long. He has to fight somehow. You're not going to win a fight like that either. You're not going to put the crowd to go to sleep. All right, so somehow, someday, he has to test the water. So he got to fight him. He has to be inside fighting him at some part of the boxing match. They're going to exchange punches, and it's over.
Well, the problem that I have with here is that Hit Kid's girlfriend had knee issues, and her head is great.
Oh, but that's different though. she's like Burger King giving you WAP.
Hit Kid. I'm just joking.
She's like Burger King giving you WAP. That's what it is.
Hey, I gotta sign out, Nuke. Salute to you guys in the chat.
All right. Salute to everybody, man. We're gonna go ahead and log out today, man. I appreciate you guys jumping on. Shout out to Cruz and Boxing. If you guys are not subscribe, go ahead and subscribe. Cruz and
Knockout Boxing. You don't know shit about boxing. Knockout Boxing. You don't know shit about boxing. One love, my people.
Salute, family. Going. Salute, Murky Water Supreme, Cruz, and everybody, man. N1 Baller says, if you like watching Magic Mike, this is not for you. Salute to N1 Baller. Salute to everybody. It's the landlord.